welcome to this week's video blog. I wanted to sneak in one last little what to watch during Droughtlander, because Droughtlander will be over February 16th. That's when season 5 is starting. And this little nugget of awesomeness is only, I think, 6 episodes on 6 one-hour-ish episodes on Netflix, and it is Rise of the Empires, Ottoman, a Turkish/English production. It is a docu-drama, which is a documentary drama, which is, there's the documentary part of it with the historians and all that jazz, and then there's the actual, like, filmed dramatized scenes and such. And I watched this, and I found out who was going to be in it before I watched it, and that's what made me want to watch it. Because as a fan of Turkish dramas, I have a few of my favorites that I was thrilled to see working together back on camera again. So for those of you who don't know, Rise of the Empires, Ottoman, I think it's going to be sort of like a Rise of Empires blank, kind of like different kind of series and stuff, but this batch focused on the Ottoman Empire, and the beginning, I guess, of the Ottoman Empire, when they took Constantinople from the Romans and turned it into Istanbul. And it always reminds me of that song. I don't remember who sang it, but it was it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. It was Istanbul, now it's Constantinople, but it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Da, da, da. I don't know who sings that song, but it's an old song. But yeah, so this production had, if you're a fan of the Turkish dramas, you will likely have had your Turkish drama cherry popped by Kırtsayit Vishura. And in that wonderful, melodramatic, epic sauce craziness, you might have remembered a character called Petro, who I like to refer to, and I love him now, but he will always be King Petro, because he was so bad. He was the villain in Kırtsayit Vishura. He was so bad. Like, such a bad guy. And then there was Sayet's best friend, Chalil. I'm ignorant Canadian girl. I can't pronounce Turkish names. I'm so happy Petro was all called Petro, because I can pronounce Petro, even though I hated his character. So he was played by, again, I apologize for butchering your name. You're a fantastic actor. All of you are. Burkan Sokulu. After Kırtsayit Vishura, he popped up again in a vampire contemporary paranormal series where he won my heart as the floofy Numel. Numel was an angsty vampire, and he made me love his character when I was so used to hating the previous incarnation of that man's face as King Petro. So he warmed my heart as Numel. So when I saw that he was going to be a part of this, I was on board. I'm like, I am watching this Rise of Empires Ottoman. And then when I heard that Chalil from Kırtsayit Vishura, played by Ushan Kakir? Kakir? I'm sorry? But yeah, he was going to be in it as well. That made me even like more excited because he played Sayed's best friend in Kursay Pishura, and here he plays the lead's kind of right-hand man. And the lead is played. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the rest of this boy's name, but I know the first part of his name is Cem, because I think Turkish people, the C and the E, they pronounce like church. So it's Cem something. Now, I had also heard that the cub to my cougar, Baran Kazum, had been up for the lead in this as well. So I could just imagine how amazing he would have been in it. But this Cem kid, fantastic. Like, just, oh my god, he was so good. He was so good as the leader, the Sultan Mehmet, who has the dream and task of taking Constantinople away from the Romans. Now, fucking Petro's job is to stop him from taking Constantinople from the Romans, because he's a Roman. He's a Roman general, an Italian general, who is sort of like a hired mercenary dude who like works for the emperor. And the best part of this whole production, like, I'm used to Turkish dramas and reading the subtitles and all that jazz. The actors are all speaking English. And it's not like dubbed, like it's somebody's. No. The Turkish actors, they're speaking actual English, which is just an extra little bit of awesomeness if you needed it. Yeah, oh my Justiniani, my King Petro as an Italian emperor, dude, not Italian emperor, Italian general. And there's this beautiful like little subplot with this like little Roman girl that you want them to be together, and it's just, oh, it's so beautiful. It's sexy. I mean, there's no actual like explicit. Did I remember? No, I would remember that. There's no actual like explicit sexy times going on, but there's the suggestion of sexy times, and just the scope of it, the cinematography, the music, the just, oh my goodness, it's just beautifully shot. It's war, so there's, blood and all that jazz. But it's so good. Like, and it's like 6 episodes. They're about an hour long each. So if you wanted to, you can binge them in a weekend, which is what I did. Or not a weekend, but like 2 days, because my weekends I work at the evil day job. So my days off are actually during the week. So yeah, I binged it in like 2 days. It's so good. Like, I can't, like, I'm trying to decide how much I want to tell you guys about it, because I don't know how much I want to spoil anything for you guys. But yeah, like the lead guy, Cem Whatchamadugi, is fantastic, a fantastic actor. It's so weird because you see him on screen, and then if you go and like you see him, like pictures of him as like the premiere, or like pictures like off screen or whatever, he looks like a fucking fetus without his facial hair. Like, that's a baby without his facial hair. Like, wow. not only does our King Petro Burkan Sokulu, I'm so sorry. I have so much love for you as an actor, but I can't pronounce your name because I'm an ignorant Canadian girl, as we've come to know. There's a scene where he speaks Italian. It's a little scene, but he's speaking Italian and he's threatening this merchant dude who ends up being a sleaze bucket, and he's threatening him in Italian, and I got a little bit pregnant, I gotta say. Like, oh, that was enjoyable. So if you love that kind of like epic, amazingly acted, oh, who else was in this? So many people, like so many familiar faces, if you're a fan of Turkish dramas, were in this. Like I said, King Petro, Chalil, Leon's dad from Wounded Love, from Vatanim Sin, Vasily. Leon's dad is in this, and he's speaking English. It's so, like, disconcerting to, like, what, and he was a little bit of a sleaze bucket in this, too, I gotta say. It's so disconcerting to, like, watch these actors who you've only seen speaking, like, their native tongue, speaking yours. But, and what's her name? Tuba, oh, I'm so sorry, but just this beautiful, beautiful actress who was with, Kurt say it, Vishura, who was with Kivanch Tatlatug. I'm so sorry. In another drama that he did called Cesur Viguzel. Tuba, who plays Mehmed's stepmother in this, played Kivanch, I'm so sorry, Tatlatug's lover in that. So she's in this and she plays Mehmed's stepmother. Does a fantastic job. That is one beautiful woman. Yeah, so it's just, I'm trying to think, like, you see, like, both sides, and I think it's, like, that's, like, really well done, because, you know, some people who will turn around and say, like, oh, this is this kind of propaganda, and this is that kind of propaganda. Everybody has their own side that they think is right. Because the whole... there were times when, like, Mehmet and, like, his men, they were like, oh, Allah is with us, and, he's gonna make it so that, like, we're victorious. And then the Romans were like, God is with us, he's gonna make it so that we're victorious. Don't bring God into your crazy. Y'all want to fight each other, fight each other. But God is up there like, don't bring me into this shit. So, it's just, you can say that it's propaganda on one side, and then they can say that it's propaganda on another side. And it's like, everybody has their own story and their experience, which makes somebody else the enemy. And then if you look at the enemy's side, they have their own story, which makes the first side the enemy. So just look at the story, like, kind of as a whole. It's both these sides, and they both have their reasons and their hopes and their dreams and their justifications, and just, it's just beautifully told, in my opinion. So yeah, it's 6 episodes. It's on Netflix, and you can squeeze in one last binge before Outlander begins again, season 5, on February 16th. So I highly, highly recommend this show. Go watch it. You will not be sorry. And I really hope that we get more of these shows. They were talking about like a season 2, and I want more, of course, but I'm not sure if they would do more of like this particular empire, like the Ottoman Empire. Like, are they just gonna like build the Ottoman Empire, like, you know, show us more of that, or are they gonna go and season 2 will be another different empire? Which, if it was as good as this, I'm on board. But yeah, it was so well done, you guys. So that's gonna be it for this week's video, because I could just ramble on forever on this show. Rise of Empires, Ottoman, go watch it, Netflix. One last binge before Droughtlander comes back, Droughtlander ends February 16th. And that'll be it for this week's video. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/authorejamie. Like my Facebook page at facebook.com/authorejamie. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.